Hi from Terry. All right, so I just dropped a video about filming Nomadland, and since that time I've had hundreds of questions, so quiet on the set, quiet on the set. Yeah, I have my props ready, and sit back, and Terry is going to tell you his tale on how realistic Nomadland really is based on my experience. And yeah, I think Lucy went a little Hollywood. So we're going to talk about back in the day. All right. So what was it like filming Nomadland? Was it realistic? What did I think of Fern's character? Did I have a love interest? Did I like Bob? Blah, blah, blah. So let's get down to how realistic is Nomadland. I thought the movie was highly, highly realistic. When you take the character Fern, she lost everything. She lost her husband. He died. I'm still waiting to bury my husband, but after 26 years of marriage, if you look in my previous videos, I had to go. So I had to leave. So, and then when I had to leave my husband because he did bad things to me, I was basically put in the Witness Protection Program. In California, it's called the Safe at Home program, to where no one knows where you're at. So did I lose all my friends and everything? I mean, I was there one day, and just like that, my entire life in Redlands was gone, erased. I was erased. Everything was erased. And I know it was for 3 years that I was in the program. I'm not sure if they redid it for another 3 years. Okay, so Frances Fern, the character, she lost everything and she was devastated. And, you know, how do you take care of yourself when your job is gone? My job was gone. My husband and I had always been in business together. The job, the town, everything was gone. And one day I woke up in a shelter and I started texting Bob. And Bob and I met. You know, it's different than in the movie, but it's very realistic what happened to Fern. I mean, she would have made friends with Linda May. Everybody loves Linda May, and eventually we all wind up at the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous. Now, I wound up at the first RTR, Rubber Tramp Rendezvous, and there was 8 people, and Nomadland was filming, I think, based on the second RTR, to where we had about 40 people. And so that is really what it was like. I mean, would people run up and give you a seat? Yes, they would. I mean, we are a welcoming, loving community. We're very supportive. I have never seen anybody not being supportive in the community. So, okay, what was it like working with Frances Mcdermott? She is a really good professional. She is an amazing actress. I fell in love with her. 3 Billboards Burning, that was one of my favorite movies. So I was awestruck. Of course I was awestruck, but it was just amazing. I kept pinching myself. Yes, she's actually on the set with me. It was amazing. But she was kind. She was very nice. She would listen to my stories. We talked back and forth. She loves living in New York, and my son lives in New York. So we had so much in common, and she was very kind to me. What is it like seeing all of my friends on the big screen? I mean, there's Bob, bigger than life, and you know, and of course Swankie and Sue Ann and Linda May. And what's it like? It blows my mind. It really does. It was great. And these people, they deserve it. They live the real nomad life just like me. And I think the story is very, very true. I think, you know, yes, it's based on a compilation of a few of us that are out there, but the experiences and everything and the feelings that Frances Mcdermott, her character Fern, was going through, very realistic. So it was really great seeing all my friends on the big screen. Why did I start vlogging? If you notice, you know, I did a few tests maybe 2 years ago, 1 year ago. I'd put out a little video or try to do my little postcardy thingy. I never wanted to vlog or have my own channel. But when Nomadland started coming out in the movie theaters, people were saying really mean things about Bob, and it's like I couldn't believe it, and I was livid. I was furious, as Frances Mcdermott told me. I mean, I was so livid. I mean, I got on that video and I said, here's what I really think of Bob. And I was hoping that everybody that was interested in seeing the mean things about Bob all that can come out of my mouth is nice things. I mean, he rescued me. He sent me a lifeboat. He really did. And that's his goal in life. And I want to help him reach that goal. So if you are facing a difficult situation, come join us. Come join us. It really is a great supportive community. All right. What was it like dating Bob? I actually did a video called The Cheapest Date. It's a fun little video. I'm sure Bob doesn't mind me calling him cheap. I think he thrives on that. So it's a cute video. What is Bob's character really like? I mean, people write in, oh, Bob makes like $75,000 a year off his blog, and, he beds all these, blah, blah. Bob is a perfect gentleman. If you need help, do not hesitate to see this man, all right? He will give you the help. Join the groups and everything. We will all point you in the right direction. Some people think he's like Scrooge McDuck and he has a bathtub full of gold doubloons. He does not, okay? Money doesn't mean anything to him. Of course we all need money so we can have a roof over our heads and everything, but he is 100% dedicated to the Home on Wheels Alliance and helping people get back on their feet. That's what he's like. My video, Swankie was mean to me. Was she really mean to you? Well, okay, Swankie is as tough as nails. And when I met Charlene, and I was like Alice Ghostly on Bewitched. I mean, I would always turn invisible. I couldn't handle the stress. In fact, this is my answer to handling stress, is living in a van. But maybe, she read me the riot act, but you know what? I had to pull my head out of my butt. If I was going to survive in the wilderness, I had to be clear-headed thinking. So, and I thank God for the day that I met Swankie, because I really didn't know that many strong women before I met Swankie, and I try to model myself after Swankie. So, is Sue Ann really that sweet? Now, Sue Ann in the movie, she goes over like the 3-gallon bucket because she lived in a Prius, a 5-gallon bucket, and then she pulls out the bigger bucket. The problem with Sue Ann is she is so sweet that if I talk to her too long, I get cavities, all right? She is that nice. And in my last video, I talked about a little bit about Sandy St. James, and he had the little, what is that called? A little teardrop trailer. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Sandy St. James. I met him years ago, and he was like the skipper on Gilligan's Island, just a big heart and everything. And every year he would drive down from Canada and help work on the vehicles that people need to work on and everything. And it was so great to see him again at the filming of Nomadland. But the sad news is that he passed away last year, and he won't be making it to any more of our RTRs, and I will throw a stone in the fire for you. Thank you so much, Sandy St. John. It was great getting to know you. Okay, what was the biggest blooper on the movie set? All right, rarely am I ever on BLM property and there are porta potties. And they brought in the porta potties for the cast members to use during the filming. So you can actually, in a few scenes, see the porta potties there. So that's not very realistic. All right. Did Lucy have a love interest while filming the RTR or back in the day? Lucy has many love interests, let me tell you. But Mom got her spayed, neutered, or whatever. And she does like the men dogs and everything, but she's still single. She's still single out there. All right. Did I have a boyfriend on the set, a love interest while filming the movie? All right. Yes, one of the originals. We rekindled our relationship. But, he kept saying, come live with me, come live with me. And, after the filming, I came back to Redlands and I'm like, let me think about it. Well, that's my problem. I always think about it and it takes me months. Well, by that time he moved on, sad to say, but I do hope that he is happy in his new relationship. But he really was a catch. All right. What was my biggest disappointment in the movie? My biggest disappointment. All right. Lucy is a consummate professional. She got dressed every day she was on the set on time. I mean, they even panned around her and she would sit perfectly still and everything while they did all these close-ups on her. And I'm like, yes, yes, my dog's going to be in the movie. And she didn't make the cut. Well, and it wasn't a movie about the dog, so I can understand that. What was my second biggest disappointment? Okay, so I told you before, when I met Bob, I was in the Witless Protection Program, or Safe at Home, and that had went on for 6 years, and I think we made the movie my 7th year being free, and I didn't tell them that I was out of the Witless Protection Program. So what all you see is my big Russian hat moving all around the set. That's all I'm in. And I am in the background as Frances Mcdermott Fern walks by, and I'm the one that teaches the Tai Chi class. And I made a lot of really good friends on that. Oh, and hi, Jan, one of the people that really taught me how to do Tai Chi. So that was my biggest disappointment. I should have opened my mouth and said, I'm not in the Witless Protection Program anymore, and I probably would have gotten some screen time, but I didn't. So, all right, what did I take away from Fern's love interest in the movie? With David, I thought, oh, this is sweet. It's sort of like Bob and me paralleling and everything. And then all of a sudden she walked away from David, and I had to go find myself. But I think Fern's character was in the process of finding herself, and that's what she really wanted. And she didn't want to, David, he found himself with his grandkid, his family and everything, and I think Fern would have felt like a fifth wheel. And so that's why I think it didn't work out in the movie, but I'm not the writer or anything, but that's just my take. What was the one scene that I absolutely hated in Nomadland? Okay, so at the beginning of the movie, she's at the Help Wanted office, and there's this dog outside, and the guy had a heart attack, and his sister came and picked him up and took him home, and he left the dog. And I'm thinking, of course Fern's going to take the dog. I took the dog, but she left the dog. How could you leave the dog? That was such a cute dog. That scene broke my heart. At least take him to a shelter or walk around and see if anybody wants him. But she just left the dog there. I could never do that. Okay. Do I have a love interest now? I had a love interest about a year ago, and he was a wonderful, great guy. And, I said, let me think about it. And 3 or 4 months went by, and I'm like, I'm ready for a relationship. And when I saw him, his whole neck and his fingers, they were all swollen and everything. His cancer came back, and it metastasized into his bones, and he has passed, and that was really hard. I'm gonna think a lot faster next time when someone says, do you want to be my girlfriend? But that I took rough. He was really a terrific guy, and we thought he had beat cancer, and that wasn't true. So will I ever have a love interest? I'm scared. I'm 60, and it's not like we're looking forward to having kids or anything. What do we have to look forward to? So I gotta figure it out, and I gotta process it. Why was my hair that short? In the movie Nomadland, Frances Mcdermott sports my hairdo, and I love it. But what happened was, I had Bob on one side telling me, oh, it's great living in a van. And then I had all my social workers and everything saying, Bob's insane. He should be committed. You need to be living in a house. This is normal. No, this is normal. And I had two sides fighting for me. And emotionally, I had a little nervous breakdown. And I did a Britney Spears with the scissors. And that's what that hairstyle is all about. But a hairstylist convinced me again, you know what? This is so easy for you on the road. Keep the hairstyle. So I'll keep the hairstyle. Okay, why the bib overalls? Okay, you see in the movie, Fern is wearing bib overalls. I originally wore them back in the day because I love doing plein air landscape, and I paint. So, you hold all your paintbrushes and everything in them, your rags and stuff. So that's why I was wearing bib overalls. Do you really have PTSD? I am the poster child for PTSD. I live in a van because I don't feel safe in an apartment. I keep running away from things like that. So yeah, do I get treatment? Yes, I do. Are we still looking for more solutions? Yes, we are. And I'm never going to quit. I will find a solution. And my doctors are always willing to help. Why is Swankie my big inspiration? like I said, I've never seen a strong woman. And right now, you know, as soon as I get my retainers, I'm going to take off and go to parts unknown in the United States. I always wanted to see Devil's Tower, Sturgis and stuff. So I go, Swankie, give me some balls. I need to grow into you. Swankie, I channel my inner Swankie. I just think about Swankie and the strength that that woman has, and I try to model myself after her. I hope to be as strong as Swankie. I'm going to be as strong as Swankie. Am I happy for Swankie? I am so happy. Swankie's going to be at the Academy Awards tonight. Yay! My biggest inspiration is there. Swankie, hearts to you, and only I know what you're wearing, and I said I'm going to keep it a secret. It's just between me and you, girlfriend. All right. What van did I start with back when I met Bob? I had a 1992 Chevy van, bubble top, and I absolutely love the van, but I'm just not good at mechanical things. Frances Mcdermott, I love her. I can't wait to see the new movie she's in. It's looks wacky, and I'm glad that we've really got to talk a lot. And I got to see your process a little on how you do acting, and it really is a neat process. What does Terry's future hold? Wait a minute, where did I get the name Terry? A couple of years ago, right when we were filming Nomadland, my new daughter-in-law, my son and my new daughter-in-law got married, and she's always like, what should I call you? What should I call you? I'm like, I don't know, Ma. And she's like, how about Ma Terry? And I'm like, you know what? I love it. And so I kept the name for this because I would love to be a mother to anyone that wants to try our lifestyle. I want you to watch the videos, learn. I'm doing a big thing. Come join us is, I think, the name of the video. You know, in October, we're going to do a route through, I'm just bouncing, but Roswell, Tombstone, all over New Mexico, Bullhead City. We're going to have so much fun, and I hope you can join us. What does my future hold on my Postcards from Terry channel? I do want to teach people how to be comfortable in their own skins living in a van. This is not easy, but once you know how to do it, you can really rock this lifestyle. It is a lot of fun. So I'm going to continue doing movies and show you, like I say, how do I do things like this. This is my super duper heat insulated cover. One day I took the temperature outside, it was 150. Inside it was like 103. So it keeps out 40 to 50 degrees. I want to teach you how. And I want to give you the why. That's why I do all these traveling ones, like Virgin River Casino. I want you to have fun doing this, just like I'm having fun doing this. All right, so I'm going to end now, and I hope to see you all tonight at the Academy Awards. Nomadland is up for 6 of them. So, yay! I can't wait. And I wish Swankie was getting one for Best Supporting Actress, but it wasn't in the cards this year. Swankie, maybe another video, all right? Bye from Terry, and I'll see you all down the road.